I've got most of the guys listed on invites as well.
Hey, Trim.
Rolling?
Good. I'm trying. Is it the same lobby or is it a different lobby?
It's the different lobby. I'll invite you now.
Yeah, just send me an invite. I don't have no one.
Major glitch in that game then.
That was a seriously good race. Both of them.
Yeah, it was the Honda safety car. I went to accelerate, my throttle was full down and it just would not let me go.
Yeah, I saw the message.
Yeah, it caused a couple of problems.
All right. So we should be all good here. Let me just check the settings.
Yeah.
And make sure I'm allowing everything through. Yeah, we're good.
still at Infinite?
Yeah, I'm here. Just let me know when we're ready to go. I'll just
to go now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, can't wait to go back and look at them 2 streams because they were 2 good races.
Oh yeah, they were really 2 good races. A lot of battles to follow in just a short amount of time for a race. You know, and you know, the guys were fighting really hard on it. So the battles just kept coming and coming. You're not even finished with one, and there's another one going on track. So it's not always easy to follow. So you know, with you along here to help me with that, that'll be much easier too. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I can see a couple of battles and highlight them for you to click onto and have a look yourself.
Oh crap, I might have forgotten to click spectate on this one.
Oh.
I'm just gonna have to retire it on it, that's all. I can't do anything else. It's already in. I wasn't paying attention to the screen, I was doing something on the computer, I forgot to click it. So it's gonna just assign a car, it's fine. I'm just retiring it right in the pit, so it'll be fine. It's happened before. At first, when I started streaming first, I really didn't realize that, you know, if you don't click spectate, you end up with a car in a session. So at first, I was wondering, why does this happen?
I think if you don't select the car, it should automatically just put you as a spectator.
Yeah, it should. I think I should just be able to retire right here after the session starts in 20 seconds. I don't even have to leave the pit, so that should be fine.
Yeah, one of the guys to look out for in this tier is Philo 31.
Let's see how well he does on this one here.
Yeah, he's from Costa Rica. He's pretty quick.
Okay, great. Is anyone from tier 1 going to be in here as well, or is it a completely different group of guys?
No, it's a completely different league.
Oh, that is interesting. Oh, it's one shot. Oh, let me just retire here and...
Yeah, Philo and Bring F1, they're both mates from Costa Rica and they're both quite quick.
Yeah.
So I'm just watching them now.
So we got Bespoke, Jake, Chappie, Kevin, Sadistic. I'm familiar with him racing other leagues and stuff, yeah. Got Bring F1, Mogi, Beacon, huh? M66. Yep, getting used to the names as we go. Philo, Chris, and Sid Kid, okay. Alright, so that's qualifying there. Where am I? You put my...
second.
120. That's a pretty good time. And got 121.3, 0.5, 2.5s. Alright, so some pretty close time. So it should be some pretty good battle going on track. A few disqualifications, no time for Sadistic. Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes.
First corner.
Yeah. Australia's always an interesting track for Touring 1. Not too much of room to go to try dive bomb someone into it, because you're just going to be forcing someone while they're just breaking a front wing or something.
Yeah, it's cold tyres on the first few corners as well.
Yeah.
People running wide, coming back on track.
And everyone is just always in a hurry to get back on track, so we do tend to have incidents happen as we had, you know, in previous races. So let's see if everyone tier 2 can avoid any incidents coming down to the first lap.
Fingers crossed everyone gets through clean.
I got Retro Gaming HD as a new member of my channel here. He's a guy that always supports the channel. He's always watching races and every stream that I put up, so thanks to him. I just got on Retro, so I'm now seeing that I didn't have the stuff on at the moment. Oh, can I just retire here? No, I gotta wait until the race start.
You're at the back anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what the best thing to do is, if it should just drive the car behind everyone slowly and then retire in the pits, because I'm not going to be able to see the start on my end.
I can see the start.
I'm just gonna get out of the way, down to the corner. Everyone go along just to avoid, you know, getting in anyone's way here.
Oh, 2 cars got a good start. Oh, it's a crash in the first corner.
Yellow flag.
I'm afraid to retire the car on track because I'm not sure what happens if I do that.
Yeah, Philo got knocked into the first corner and had to go across the gravel, so he's at the back.
I'm just following everyone along now. Apologies about this, everyone. Didn't expect this to happen. But yeah, we'll be fine for the next race. But at least for the first lap, we're going to be missing that on my end. I'm just driving slowly going around, so I don't want to get caught up with anyone.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Alright, Jeff, we don't need a new strategy. We're not going to be racing. Calm down.
Got a Renault in first, Red Bull second, and Chappie in the Alfa Romeo in third. Still quite spaced out.
Oh, I see Philo is now down all the way to 13th.
Yeah, he crashed in the first corner.
Oh, it was him. Oh, man.
Yeah, his teammates up into fourth.
I got, yeah.
Going into the pit.
So as long as I retire in the pits, oh, and I just spun the entire car around. Well, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Bring F1 and the best Ponds have gone into the pits, probably for a wing change.
Is it all assists off for the tier 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm spinning. I'm used to some minor assist on. Sorry, I'm getting into the pits now, and I'll be retiring. Retire from session, and that should be it. Alright. Alright, get me out of this. I want to see what's happening now. Alright, there we go. So I'm out. Finally. Get to see what's happening here. Alright. Alright, so Chris out in front. M66 running second. Chappie running third. Let me get the stats fully on screen here. There we go. So we got M66 pretty close to Chris right now. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get a move done as yet, because he doesn't have any DRS to use, because we're not on lap 3 as yet. Has a significant amount of overtake though. I'm not sure if he's going to be trying for a move on the pit straight or not, going to turn 1. Doesn't seem to be too close for it though.
Yeah, I think he thought about using it and backed up.
Yeah, I think he's looking at a gap between himself and Chris there to see if he can actually get it done.
It's Jake's just moved up into fourth, overtook MCL Kevin. That's a good clutch battle. Fourth and fifth.
Oh, they are pretty close together. Let's see if Jake can fend him off. I mean, I've played a lot of racing games in my time here, but F1 it's always so fast. It's always a split-second decision, especially with all these turns coming one after the other, and so many cars around you, especially at the start of a race. So it's really not that easy, you know, just deciding where to go and how to avoid any damage and serious, you know, problems on track. But these guys are pretty good. They keep doing. Oh, and that was Kevin with a 3-second penalty there. Right? definitely cut it that track.
I think you have to line yourself up about 3 corners behind to make a move.
Yeah, definitely you have to, because you can't just go for a split second move on one of the turns, because you really don't, you know, think about it too much, and your exit can just get messed up. Or as we saw in Bahrain, someone did try to dive bomb into turn 1 and just went so wide and lost about 3 positions.
It was awkward me starting on pole for Bahrain because I didn't want to go too wide on the corner.
Yeah.
So I kind of just eased myself into the first corner. I got a really good start and the safety car come home.
Yeah. And we had 2, imagine, I was quite surprising too, 2 safety cars in that session. That was I think it might have been an advantage to some of the guys and might have been a big disadvantage to a lot of them.
Still got Chris in the lead, 0.8 ahead. Stretch the gap out from 3rd place, these 2.
Yep, M66 is trying to break it down, but that's not so easy. Sid Kid Vicious, and yeah.
Second penalty.
Oh, those penalties are really going to work themselves out coming down to the end of this race, because if they're going to keep being this close to each other, and if they both have penalties or if only one of them has, it's really going to affect positions here. As we well, I saw in the last race there, it really did affect a few guys losing positions because of penalties.
Yeah. Sid Kid should be closing though if he keeps posting 123s.
He's in the pits.
Changing to hards.
Chappie's under a bit of pressure here right now, trying to keep 5th.
Oh, he's put mediums on.
And that should work all the way to the end for him. This 25% mostly you would expect just being a regular 1-stop from softs to medium, or sometimes just soft to hard, depending on how many laps you really got to do.
Well, it looked like he had mediums on and put a set of mediums back on.
Sometimes the graphics just gets a bit messed up, so usually I just wait until they come out on screen, or just keep it on here so I can see. So he's on mediums as far as I'm seeing here right now on my end. I'm not looking at him, yeah. Yeah, it is on lap 5. I expected at least by lap 6, 7, maybe that's the earliest we'll be seeing some pit stops, but I guess it all depends on how much grip or traction he's actually having on those tires, if they're really working for him or not. So that's gonna depend on what he really wants to do here.
There's a good battle going on for 4, 5 and 6.
Yeah, I'm following that same battle here right now to see what's gonna happen. And these guys are pretty close to get her going. Oh, and someone into the pits. I think we have a problem in sector... Oh, virtual safety car. Someone is off track somewhere. I'm seeing it on the map. I'm not sure who it is.
I think it was a McLaren.
Yeah, it's a McLaren because it's showing orange, but...
The best Hans is out.
So one driver out so far this session. Lap 6 only of 15, so let's see how the rest of the race go. So safety car will be out for about another lap or 2. Okay, that car has been disappeared from the track, so now I'm gonna be able to see it even from whoever is. Oh, and Sadistic with a drive-through penalty. Oh, those are quite harsh. Yep, definitely gonna kill him because under a safety car. That's not gonna go up well. He's already in 9th down there, so
he could save it under his next pit stop if it's within 3 laps.
He could try it, but let's see how that works out for him here now.
Chappie's coming under pressure from D. Kuna. 4th and 5th.
Oh, and Chappie goes into the pits. So D. Kuna moves up into P4. Jake is P3 right now. And now is the time that usually pit stops usually open on lap 7. But it does seem that safety cars are something to really think about in these races, because in Bahrain, if I think it was you and someone else, if you guys had waited maybe a lap or a half more, you would have got to pit under the safety car.
Yeah, it was me. I've just come on. I seen the crash in front of me because Bit Mappy went off. I was just coming onto the start straight and I was waiting for the safety car, and as soon as I passed onto the start straight it said safety car.
Oh, it was just a little bit too late for you.
Yeah, he crashed in front of me and I was thinking, should I pit anyway? And it was just like a lap too late, so I stayed out.
Unfortunately, it happens that way sometimes, I know, but once you get past, you cannot reverse and go back there, because it will just be an automatic disqualification. Out front, M66 now takes the lead as Chris goes into the pits. So between these two, let's see who's going to come out on top. I don't know if M66 is going to be pitting on the next lap here, because he might be trying to do that, but he's going to have a pretty fast lap on those Warren softs going around and to come in the pits now, just to get back his position here.
Yeah, they should have some clean air now though, shouldn't they?
Yep, that clean air should help him a lot.
Not too sure how long the pit stop is in Australia, but I think he'd probably need about 30 seconds.
I know it's about 20 something seconds, I'm not sure exactly how much, yeah. But you gotta count the time for, you know, trying to slow down before the pit entry and everything.
I think he's definitely pushing.
It does seem so. So let's see if he does come in for its stop on this lap, what's gonna actually happen here. If Chris can keep the lead when he does get it back here.
If he dives in, I'll click onto Chris and see where Chris is.
And Chris just did a purple sector too, so he's really going for it coming down there right now, trying to make sure that M66 doesn't keep that lead. And we're just gonna have a look as Chris comes around. He is in sector 3 coming, and let's see, final 2 turns before the pit straight. M66 is leaving the pits.
It's gonna be close.
It is gonna be really close because Chris is already going past, passing him on the pit straight. I think Chris might hold it. Oh, they do come out very close to each other.
Yeah, same gap as where he went in.
Yep, very, very same.
That was close. 1.4.
That would have been a lot more interesting going into turn 1 if they were wheel to wheel going down that part there. But
good battle going on here for 3rd, 4th and 5th.
oh yeah, well, we can see that right now.
Like 2 alphas in a racing point.
Oh, and both alphas take the lead off that racing point. So racing point with Jake there, staying in 5th for now. Let's see if he has a lot of ERS to use, but let's see if he's gonna try and get them over. He has to look for everyone has their spots on track that they like to overtake on. Sometimes it's just risky just trying it anywhere. You might just have to hold off a little bit. He is getting pretty close, and those so that is Chappie up into P3. Sitkid holds P4 right now. I got Jake just coming so close behind them. He is just looking for a good gap to go here. Has DRS, has his overtake on. I don't think he's going to get it on this turn, but just trying to get as close as he can.
Chris has just got 3-second penalties in the lead.
Oh, his gap is about 2.5 seconds off of M66 right now, but I think he's trying to push it as much as he can to build that gap up. Oh, and Chappie loses it. He's off track. Sitkid takes P3, and Jake is up into P4.
I think Chappie's going to lose out another place on the straight.
He is about to, yes. Pico is taking that away, going down to turn 1. Let's see, takes the inside. Yeah, he can't get that done. I'm not sure if he can get it back, but he doesn't have any overtake left to use either. So, and no DRS going down this straight, so he's not going to be able to get it done. I saw some carbon fiber flying there. I'm not sure if that was carbon fiber or just some leaves off the trees. If someone took damage, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem so though. Everyone seems to have their front wing intact as we do go around here. But Chappie is chasing him.
I think this is the only battle that's out there. Everyone else seems pretty spaced out.
So far, yes. Jake is trying to break his gap to Sitkid down right now, but it's not looking so good as that gap is going over 2 seconds and keeps building. Deacon is trying to get as close as he can to Jake here right now as well, with Chappie chasing him a half a second behind. Oh, and Chappie is going for it. He might have got that down going there. He does. He has it.
Nice move.
That was pretty clean as well.
Around the outside. I can see this battle going on all race between these two, but unless Chappie can break away and catch it, it's Jake.
Definitely. Oh, and I think Deacon is about to try and capture it just a little bit, because Chappie might have made just a minor mistake going on one of those turns there.
Yeah. Lost the back end.
Yep. Deacon goes on the outside, takes that lead back, goes back into 5th.
Well, it's Jake will be happy if they keep doing this all the time.
Yeah, Jake will be very happy about this because it just gives him time to catch up to Sitkid right now, who's about 3.6 seconds ahead of him. So he's not going to have to worry too much about these guys behind him. They're going to keep fighting it out.
Also, 7th is catching Chappie, Bring F1's catching him.
Yeah, that gap is coming down 1.5 seconds now. Chris is building a lead out front. It's about 4 seconds now, so that's pretty good on his end, driving there, keeping M66 that far behind. I'm not sure if Chris has any penalties at the moment, but he might be pushing that hard if he does have a 3-second penalty, because he doesn't want to lose the lead in this race.
Yeah, he picked up a 3-second penalty, but I think M66 has got 3 seconds as well.
Well, that's going to work itself out if that is fine. Of course, if Chris did pick up another penalty somewhere else and we didn't catch it on screen or didn't see that, he is going to have to just try and keep a gap between the two of them. Battle between Jake, Deacon, Chappie, and Bring F1 is... It just seemed to be going on and on, going all the way around. I think we're going to go all the way to lap 15 with this.
Yeah. It's a good 4-way battle.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone just looking to see if someone else is making a mistake or not. It's the one thing you hope for when you're just chasing a car around. Like, just make a mistake. Go on the grass just a little bit so I can get a good gap to get past you. Chappie is extremely close.
Yeah, in Australia I was chasing Meadsy and B Wheeler, and they were having a battle, and I was literally half a second behind them, and I just didn't want to get involved in it. I was just waiting for one of them to make a mistake and just me to just glide through and capitalise on 2 places, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, sometimes that is how it goes. So Jake, Deacon, and Chappie just looking for a gap but not getting one right now. And he might have to try and get past 2 cars at the same time here, because the cars in front of him are just so close. Oh, and just barely braking.
The pace to get through, but I think it's Jake's being very defensive.
Yeah, he is, and Chappie might be looking for a move here. Doesn't have a lot of overtake, barely about 2%. Has DRS, but not enough, because... yeah, it just wasn't enough to get it done. So the battle is still going to continue, going to lap 13. And Bring F1 is right behind Chappie as well.
It's Jake's got 68% DRS. I'm surprised he's not been using it to pull away on the streets.
I think he's just keeping it to have a look to see if Deacon is going to try and get a move down on him, and he's just going to just use that to get back his position if he has to. He might be trying to do that. Strategy is always so different with different drivers on track, because some of the if it was me, I think I already would have just hit that overtake button and just use as much as I can trying to pull away. But some guys, yeah,
Bring F1's got 68%. Chappie and Deacon have used most of theirs.
Yeah, Deacon has none right now. And he's just using whatever little bit he has left, trying to get as close as he can to Jake right now, who's just not giving an inch. He's just defending himself. Oh, and he might be losing it here, but let's see. Oh, they do. We have some contact going in. And I did get disconnected for a second, but it's fine. We're getting back on.
I don't know whether he had any contact there or anything, but he spun. He's running out of fuel as well.
Yeah, they're gonna have to watch their fuel as they do continue to that there as well.
So it's Jake in 4th. Chris is 6 seconds now. Oh, car's gone. Kuhner's gone.
Has he spun?
Yeah, front wing damage, right side.
Oh, that's not gonna be well.
Chappie's getting caught by Moggy.
So it's gonna be a little bit different ending than we expected to the race there.
Yeah. Battle for 6th, 7th and 8th. Yeah, Kuhn is struggling with that wing. Down in 8th now.
Yeah, Australia is not a track to be driving with a broken wing. You're always gonna have some sort of problems getting around some of these turns because you just need that downforce. Yeah. Very tight turns.
Bring F1's right on it's Jake's tail.
Alright, so we are back on. Let's follow as we go along here now.
It's a shame Philo got caught up in the first corner because setting the second fastest pole time, he would have been on for a good race.
Yeah, he would have.
I don't know what happens to Sadistic. I know he had the drive-through, but I don't know whether he's spun again.
A little sign in here, put the Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all your friends to do. You can use your voice or the keyboard along.
Just trying to see if Bring F1 can actually put it forward to throw Jake in P4 here. He is getting pretty close.
Whether Bring F1 gets his elbows out, isn't it, and forces his way through.
That's what's so interesting. I want to see if he's going to force a move to happen here. Oh, and almost gets into the back of Jake. Barely holds it. I don't think he took any damage off of that. No, he doesn't. It doesn't look so. But just so close to taking out the entire front wing. He barely held that car back.
Good win for Chris. Nice second from M66.
Sid Kid should come into 3rd. As he does, Jake coming around with Bring F1 just behind him for 4th and 5th here. Let's see how this works out. And he goes right for 4th and 5th just fine. Chappie coming for 6th. Mogi takes 7th. Yeah, he did. Kevin takes 8th. Philo is going to take 9th. I think Deacon is in with Sadistic right now. They're fighting it out. Oh, and they got some contact going down at the back here, coming around. Oh, and someone spun. That was Sadistic.
Yeah, Sadistic spun.
That was some contact between the two of them.
Just wanted the 10, so he got pole on the reversed grid.
Yeah.
So Deacon are actually losing in that battle, is going to gain pole for the next race.
Yep, he is, so he's going to be having pole for that one. Sadistic comes around in 11th now. He's going to be pretty upset about that because he was fighting so hard for it coming to the final few turns there.
So we've got Philo and D. Cooner on the front of the grid for the next race.
Driver of the day is Jake.
Yeah, it's good battling from him. Nice to see a Renault back on pole on the top step.
It is. So that's how it stands. Chris takes P1, M66 takes P2, and Sitkit takes P3. That's the podium there. So reverse grid for top 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I
So
think Sick Kid had the extra point for the fastest lap.
I'm trying to see who had the fastest lap. It looks like Philo had the fastest lap here.
Oh yeah, 120.
Yeah, he did at 123. He took the fastest lap in the race, so he's getting that extra point.
Couple of incidents in that race will probably be in the report room.
Definitely. Always at the end of the session when I finish streaming, I always go into the Discord's report room. Please make sure I have permission. I don't make any comments. I just like to see what the guys report against each other. It's always interesting for me. Because there's been a lot of strange thing happening, you know, for a lot of races I've streamed before. I've seen guys report Codemasters instead of a driver because they got, you know, they get penalties off the game when they shouldn't have and stuff. It's a lot of glitches that we had since the game came out, and some of this stuff still are not fixed as yet.
Yeah. Well, it was like in the All-Star League when Rizzle Sticks had a car with a wheel missing.
Yeah.
And then he had the car with no wheels.
Yeah, I feel just to see that one, but I knew that was happening.
Yeah, it was so funny to see though, but it was so awkward to overtake them.
Yeah, it was.
Just didn't expect where they were going to be.
Alright, so that was actually a pretty good race, you gotta say, for tier 2 there. So we have Bahrain next. I really like Bahrain. The track is just so interesting to me. Turns 1 and 10 is the most interesting. I love to see how guys take turn 10, especially when they're racing and fighting for positions.
Yeah, it's the S's as well when it's really stacked grid.
Yep, because if you're really not good around them, it really loses a lot of time from you. Tracks with those SES, and yeah.
It was just I went into the pit and for some reason they put hards on instead of mediums because I went soft hard instead of soft medium.
Oh yeah, I did see that. I was wondering to myself, I didn't say, but I was wondering how come you actually went on to hards, because you know, I know it's just 25%, usually just softs and medium can just run it, but I thought it was a choice on your end. I wasn't sure.
No, it was definitely not my choice because I had no answer for people on softs and mediums in the last couple of laps.
Yeah, because they did lose you some time as well to the guy out from in front of you.
Yeah. Sick Kid needs an invite, it's kicked him out.
No, you probably got disconnected from the session.
Got him on my friend list.
I don't think I have him either. I gotta get a lot of the guys added. Well, I just put a post out at the end of the session for everyone to add me, but I don't have everyone here added as yet. Just making sure I click spectate this time around. And does tier 1 drive with the same settings as tier 2?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So even if I wanted to, I cannot drive with you guys as yet. I still need to get all the assist off.
Yeah, we run no brake and assist, and we run medium traction.
Well, on my on my driving settings, I run either one of two setups. It's either I'm running medium braking and no traction, or I'm running medium traction and no braking. I usually switch between the two to see which one is faster.
Yeah, I think medium traction and no braking is the best because you don't want it slowing your car down.
Yeah, it does happen a lot, especially on. I had a race at China yesterday, and I used that setting, and it really messed me up. Because especially around some of the turns, it just, when you don't take the correct line, it just slows you down automatically as you go because you're on medium braking.
China's such a tough track on tyres.
Oh, it is. It eats tires.
Socks are horrible. I don't know what happened to my teammate in the first race because he was in the first race but then never made the second race, so I was racing on my own in McLaren.
So extra car losing points there.
Yeah, he's had internet problems, so he was streaming off his phone and stuff, so I think he might have lost internet.
Yeah, probably it does happen that way sometimes. That's why I usually get some problems sometimes because I'm on the game itself and I'm trying to stream it, so that's why sometimes I just get disconnected. I think it's not always on my end as well because there are a few times I get disconnected and you just can't get back on. I have to restart the entire PS4 and then when I do troubleshoot and check it out, it's actually an issue with the game itself. So that happens sometimes as well.
Yeah, we do where you can drop 2 weeks, 2 days per season as well, so your 4 worst results get taken off your score.
Oh, cool.
I think we've, in the first race, seeing Chatty Duck dominate at the start. He's going to be right up there in Tier 1.
Oh yeah, he is. Did pretty well. So it looks like we're about to get started here.
Yeah. And then we have the relegation and promotion playoff race at the end.
Sounds good. It's a lot of different things you guys are doing in this league, which is why I was so interested when you contacted me about streaming for you guys. So it's a lot more interesting to see compared to what we do, the guys do in other leagues. So it keeps viewers interested.
Yeah, we wanted different ideas to be used in it, so it's different from other leagues.
Yeah, I'm still yet to have a league contact me to stream for them, and they're doing realistic car performances. I haven't had that one happen as yet, but it's just so much limited time I have right now to do the streams. That's the issue.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, looking on the YouTube control room on my end here for my stream, it's been quite how should I put it? A lot of people watching actually, because usually I do a 2-hour stream for a total session with other leagues, and it goes about 50 to 70 views or so. Saturday we got over 100 for All Stars. For you guys, we had I think about 60 maybe for the first stream, and we're on 51 right now for this one, for in terms of amount of playbacks and views and everything. So it does keep going up, even for a short session. We've been on for 47 minutes only, and it's quite a lot. So I would say that's pretty good.
Not bad for the first league.
Yeah, and I mean, I think as the week goes by, usually we have more and more viewers coming in to view it, and that's what keeps me interested and coming to the next race, which we're gonna I'll be putting the post out, so everyone knows exactly when we're having a next race again.
Obviously, with ours having a sponsor as well, it also helps because it will enable us to buy trophies for the end of the season and stuff.
Oh yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about the sponsor as well. I did mention it in the first session, but as we get started here, let's see how this goes. So we're going down to turn 1 now.
Good start by Philo.
Yep, keeps it in second for now.
I think everyone got through then.
I think everyone got through just fine. I'm not seeing any incidents on track, no yellow flags.
That's a first.
I have Chris going right behind, bring F1. not getting a move done. M66 almost going a little bit wide. Mogi holding it in place right now. Cars just all over the track, but no one going off track fully here, and everyone just keeping it as clean as they can, which is what we like to see, especially when I'm streaming for races. I really like it when, you know, everyone races very cleanly, keeps the race going interesting as much as they can. A lot of battles on track because these guys are just so good at what they do here. Oh, and there we go around turn 10. It was a three-way car going through. I saw that. That was so interesting, and no contact between those three, and they all made it through. Yeah, and Philo out in front in P1 got past Deacon, and he is out a 1.3 second gap already building, as not a second gap building on everyone else as well. Deacon is just trying to build a gap on Kevin right now. Just went over a second on that. Everyone else is coming along. Midfield is having some pretty close battles going on right now. As James joins us there. Oh, Sid Kid is getting a position up here. I wonder if he's going to get one up on Mogi. Let's see if Bring F1 can bring it back. And I don't think he has enough room because Mogi was in front, so he couldn't just try to outbreak him. He has to hold it in 8. I think we're going to have a lot of fun battles on this race here because everyone is still running so close together. We got M66, Chappie, and Mogi all going for it at the same time here, right behind each other. I'm wondering if they're gonna go straight back. I think it was the same tree going into turn 10 together. Let's see if we're gonna have a tree wide again, as these guys are so close together going.
Philo stretching away at the front. 2 seconds now.
Philo is just jetting off out in front. He's definitely hoping to keep that lead and trying to build as much of a gap as he can.
Panda's made up 2 places from where he started in 10th.
Oh, and someone is losing. Chappie is falling down the grid. He lost it. He spun out.
I'm trying to see if he's got wing damage. I don't think he has.
No, I think he just lost it on a turn. Maybe lost the back end. And that was Philo with the fastest lap of 129.3. Sick Kid going for a move off of Mogi, getting that done. Gonna lock it down behind M66 now, pretty close behind them as well. So the battle does continue onwards. Jake, yeah, Jake taking a move from Sadistic there right now.
Chris is up to 6 from 10th.
Sadistic is, yeah. And Sadistic is trying to chase Jake down right now, so this is going to be pretty good. So just keeping an eye on these 3 guys as we go around.
Yeah, and I'm watching Mogi, Chris and Sid Kid all within a second of each other.
The gap is so close between from the guys from 5th going all the way down to 11th right now. There's nothing over a second. And Sadistic got the move done there. Let's see if he's keeping it.
Bring F1 lost the spun.
Definitely, because he's all the way down at the back there now. A spin, yeah.
Damage. Chris is trying to make a move on Sid Kid.
I see that going down the pit straight here. Let's see. Oh, they're wheel to wheel. Let's see who's gonna get out of this one coming down to turn 1. Now that is a pretty serious apex. If you're not careful with it, you can lose the back end going off. Oh, they do hold it. I think someone just went wide. That was oh, they're still on track. They're fine. We got James saying a great start for the guys, and I think Wheeler there, that's Wheeler saying good and clean battles here. There's a lot of good battles going on track, and everyone's driving so clean. I'm actually quite impressed, yeah.
The tier 1's watching it.
Yeah, they are. We had about 20 something viewers yeah, like throughout the entire session for the tier 1 race. We got about 15 going, a little bit. It keeps going up right now. About 15 persons watching right now for this one on my end. Yeah, I saw that. No room to go there, but he had to just hold that back for now. He's going to be trying it coming down to the straight, I'm quite sure, going down to the turn. He has enough overtake to use. Let's see if he's going to use it, or if he's just going to keep everything and see if he gets DRS on the pit straight.
Mogi's just picked up a 3-second penalty.
Oh, those penalties are really going to hurt some of them coming down. And Chris is about to get DRS. I'm not sure if Mogi... Yeah, Mogi got DRS as well. Let's see who's close enough to get something done.
I think he'll be saving his ERS, I think.
And Liverpool has gone up into 10th. I've seen Liverpool race before. I actually raced with him before. And so just some, you know, fun races.
Yeah, I've raced with him on the All-Star as well.
Yeah. It's been quite a while since I've actually did a run with him though, because I usually am just chasing him around the track. But we did talk Saturday. We got to get something set up between me and him to see, you know, how much faster he is than me right now. So he was always faster, but I just want to see if I can possibly keep up with him now. I'm quite sure he's been racing in a lot of leagues, so, and I think he does have one of his own league going as well.
Yeah. We can all dream of being as fast as Milan.
Oh, Milan is in his own dimension right now with his racing. His time is always about 2 seconds ahead of everyone else. But
I would like to see a one-on-one of Milan and Bia.
Oh yeah, that would be a pretty good race to see. I think we might be able to see that happening pretty soon. I'm not sure as yet, but I know some works are in the play right now to set some stuff up with All-Stars and some other leagues and some you know, some interesting stuff coming about. I think Chris is about to try for another move, but he's just not that close enough. He does have to get enough straight line speed going down these turns.
Yeah, the cross league race should be good.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to that. I'm hoping the guys can actually set it on a date that I don't have to work so I can actually stream it. Sidkid doing a really good job of holding off Chris behind him right now. Trying to take the inside on that turn, but not really getting a good exit there. So Sidkid holds 5th, Chris holds 6th, Mogi's still in 7th there.
Yeah, from 4 to 7, it's a good battle.
And Liverpool is now in the points up at 9 there. Jake is holding 8th. Someone is asking for us to focus on Liverpool, but let's see what he's chasing down Jake right now. I'm not sure. Let's see if he can get close enough. He doesn't have a lot of ERS to use.
It's an underperforming Ferrari versus a pink Mercedes.
That's a pretty good one.
Or the tracing points, as people like to call it.
Yeah, that's a new one for me, but I'll be using it. Don't worry, because I've started to use pink Mercedes. At first, I didn't want to be, you know, a bit disrespectful about it, yeah, and get the whole political side about it. But I said, you know what, let's just call it a pink Mercedes. It's what it is. What it is. It's just all fun for us here. Anyway, we don't really mean anything by it, but you know.
No, with all the cars being equal on here, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's it keeps it so interesting for us. All the cars are equal performance, so the driving skills. Yeah. Oh, and he is out. So sorry to see him out of the race. Oh, we got a lot of pit stops happening all the way up from P1 to P7 right now. They're all pitting at the exact same time, so that's gonna be interesting. Put Jake out in front now in P1.
Sidkid just got out before he got held up.
I wonder if anyone else got held up in the pits because so many cars pitted at the same time.
It's Jake in the lead from Slydog.
Yep. I think Jake was the only one down at the back that gained off of that group of pit stops that happened. Got all the way up into P1. But his tires are 6 laps old, and he's on medium, so I'm not sure. I think he did start on medium, because I'm trying to check. Let me check, see if he did. Oh, he started on medium, so he's gonna go on softs for the end. Yeah, and he's gonna have quite a good pace, and he has a lot of overtake to use as well, which he's using right now, trying to get as far ahead as he can. So he's gonna have fresher tires, and they're gonna be faster tires to fight his way back up the field. So I'm not sure any thoughts on this track. Oh, and he just loses it. He spun it around.
Corner, I said.
Yeah, he did. That. I was just about to ask you what do you think about the strategy he's using, but he might have just messed that entire strategy up by spinning that car out. He's now into P3 going.
I think he was trying to force a really fast in lap.
Yeah, I think he was.
Wing damage, which will help anyway, because he won't need to change your wing.
That's gonna save him at least quite an amount of significant time. But let's see. Yeah, I think that might have cost him a lot there. Guess he's gonna come out back way down.
And he is going on softs.
I'm just trying to see how. I think everyone is about to get past him. He's now leaving the pits. He's probably coming back out in 11th, so he's gonna have to fight his way down for a position, for at least get 1 or 2 points here, because everyone's gotten past him now.
He's the only one in the field on softs at the moment.
Yeah, so
he should be able to get up a few places.
I think he should, because everyone has already did the stops and went onto mediums.
So he's gone for the overcut on the whole field.
But we got how many? We got about 6. Let's call it about 7 laps left to go here. So give it about 5.5 laps. He needs to get as much positions made up as he can in that time. We got Sid Kid and Chris, yeah. 4 laps. I think those should be able to make it to the end. It's just about the amount of pace that he's gonna have. Sid Kid, Chris here. Chris is just braking a little more than he would like. He might be trying to get a move.
I think Sid's holding him up slightly.
Yeah, he is. He was trying to go get a move there, but not. He didn't want to do it on that turn because he's gonna do it on the pit straight. Got DRS using overtake. He wants to get it done cleanly and smoothly, and he does get it done. I didn't.
M66 now.
The gap is not that big, so hopefully he can get it done in the next few laps, or maybe not, within a lap or so. He might be able to get that done.
Well, M66 and both Chris were 9th and 10th on the grid. The 4th and just 6th at the moment, 4th and 5th, so they've done well.
Yeah.
Philo's led from the start to not look back, to be honest. Mogi going after Sid now.
I got Bespoke chasing now and bring F1. I'm not sure if he's going to be close enough here. You know, if you can get this turn 10 perfectly right, it really closes a gap on the car in front of you if you are able to do it. As far as I've noticed so far anyway.
Bring F1 3-second penalty, so that will help the best Poms out.
Yep. He's going to be definitely going to know that if he asks Jeff. Hopefully Jeff gives him that information, because sometimes he doesn't tell you if the car in front has a penalty. He's telling you other stuff which you're not interested in.
Fastest lap for Chris.
So Chappie and Jake all the way down at the back now in 11th and 12th. Philo still running out front. 5-second gap, 5.7 seconds, almost 6 now is that gap between him and Kevin there. Deacon are running another 2 seconds behind.
Chappie's pitting, they must be going for softs. Probably going for the fastest lap.
Yeah, but he's gonna have to make it into the top 10 for that to even count. So he has just about 3.5 laps to do that.
Well, in our league we do the fastest lap for anyone.
Oh, you do it. Okay, so he's definitely going for that then. So that changes things. He's definitely going to be working for that one. But Jake is on soft as well, so if Jake can pull off a faster lap than Chappie, then it's going to be the two of them fighting that one out. I'm not sure if anyone else in the tier 2 has the pace to do that on the mediums that they're currently running on. I think we have some position changing.
Chris's fastest lap was a 1:29.2, and it's Jake and both Chappie have done 1:31.
And something happened. Yeah, something happened to D. Coney here because he's falling down the field now, down to 8th.
Yeah.
And he was running pretty well. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I'm quite sure that's going to be red when you do check it on the MFD there. And that's not going to be easy driving. He has to change that. So he's going to be falling way back down there. I'm quite sure he's going on softs here as well. So he's going to be going on softs as well, trying for a fastest lap here as well. Oh, you got the best spawns and Bring F1 still fighting it out. I think Bring F1 just did some pretty good defending, trying to keep the best spawns behind. But those penalties are... Oh, he...
Behind M66. The 3rd place for the podium.
Oh, that's a pretty good battle as well. I think Chris is about to have a go, and he is going to have a go at M66. Seems to get that done pretty clean there.
Yeah, he's a pretty clean driver, but good for M66, he gave him enough space as well. So can he catch the McLaren with 5 seconds? 3 seconds? Probably could do it.
He probably could do it if he could. I'm quite sure Milan would do it, as we've seen him at ZW before. But these guys are pretty good as well, so I wouldn't put him past him. I think he possibly can get it done. He does have M66 putting some pressure on him right now, though. Still behind, chasing him down, so he's gonna have to worry about that as well. I got Mogi just behind Sitkid right now, fighting it out for 5th.
Both on 4-lap old mediums. Bring F1's running 8-lap medium, so he'll probably be struggling a little bit. M66 anyway, and he's chasing the McLaren down. It's only 2.5 seconds in it.
It is possible, so we're going to see how well this plays out as we're on lap 13 or 14 already here.
I've got to say, I'm watching him online and I haven't seen any 3-second penalties for corner cutting, but he has cut a couple really tight.
Maybe he was so extra careful, didn't get a penalty, but we're going to see down at the end what happens. That's...
I've seen him
yeah.
like the first corner a couple of times. I think he might actually catch
the gap is breaking.
No, it's going up and down, so I think he might just be settling for the 3rd.
He might be, but let's see if what's going to happen, because you always usually just push as much as you can, because you never know the driver in front of you just makes a mistake, and you just, with that kind of gap, you can just get past so easily. His best spawns is out. He's retired of the session. Something happened to him.
Yeah, I think he's crashed.
Yeah, I can see his car just stuck on the track somewhere in sector 2 there.
It seems to be on the track, so I'm surprised there's not a virtual safety car or a full safety car.
Yeah, it does seem to be on the track there. I'm not sure why we're not having anything for that. We're now on the final lap of the race.
I think the top three is going to be as it is.
It might be that way, but let's see. Kid getting very close to M66 right now, trying to push his way and try get a move. Oh, they have a little wheel contact. Keep going. Oh, and someone has spun. They had a little bit of too much contact there. Kid losing positions. He's now down to 6th.
Yeah, that was unlucky. That just wasn't enough for him.
Pushing it a little bit too hard, these guys, on the last lap of the race there, but that's how it goes. Points are up, so everyone wants to get just a little bit more if they can. Philo running his own race out in front, 6.6 seconds.
Yeah, it's just coming round now.
Mogi is chasing down M66 right now as Philo crosses the line. Goes P1. Kevin goes P2. Chris goes 3rd, and we got M66 coming with Mogi just behind him. I'm not sure who has a penalty and who doesn't here, but they do see as they are 4th and 5th. Sitkid is coming for 6th. Liverpool comes in 7th. Bring F1 is coming around for 8th. Deacon comes in for 9th with Jake just behind him. As they go around the final turn. Let's see if they hold 9th and 10th as it is. They do, and Chappie comes for 11th. And he's quite a way behind, so he's going to stay in 11th there, so that's going to be how it runs in terms of points there. And that is it for the Bahrain Grand Prix there. Now that was quite an interesting race.
Couple of good battles for like 3rd, 4th and 5th and 6th.
Our driver of the day, Chris.
Yeah, well deserved as well.
Yep. Let's see how many penalties who had here. If they just even themselves out. Yeah, so Chris had 1 penalty, Mogi had 1.
I expected there to be a few.
Yeah, Liverpool had Bring F1, it's Jake Chappie and Best Bonds. Yeah, they all had penalties there. But that was a pretty good race. So yeah, very clean race from these guys actually, I gotta say. Chris took the fastest lap, 129.2. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty good race for the tier 2 there as well.
It's going to be a competitive league with Philo and Chris Panda.
Definitely. A Haas and a Renault, who thought, and a McLaren in the mix there, who thought these guys were going to be fighting it out?
Strange pose.
But anyway, it was really good, you know, seeing these guys run. This is the first time I'm dealing with a lot of these drivers here, so getting used to the PSN names, no problem with that. If I did pronounce anybody's name wrong, do forgive me for that. Yeah, it was really fun streaming, and also our sponsor, Grace Bespoke. So it's good that we have a sponsor on board with the league as well. So it means a lot of different things, and I'm just having a look at the comments, see what was going on. Oh, James said great race. So James is in tier 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's one of the admin.
Okay, yeah, great. Alright, so we're gonna be doing the same thing next week again for both tier 1 and tier 2. So just after we finish tier 1, we just go straight into tier 2. We do separate the streams though, but yeah, it was a really fun race, and hopefully you'll be joining me again next week. And we can keep this going. But yeah,
it should be good.
Overall, I think I was pretty good, pretty clean driving from both leagues, from both tiers. That is, sorry. Yeah. So, and a lot of battles, to follow just around the track all the time. So it's quite interesting. I think the viewers will find it quite interesting as well, as we did go up to 61 views on it for just the live stream alone. So that is pretty good, I would say, because it does keep increasing more and more going. So look forward to doing this again next week. I don't know, we'll have a talk maybe about having someone join me for tier 1 if for commentary, if anything. Well, I don't mind doing it myself, but we'll have a look. Yeah,
I should be able to.
yeah, we're gonna have a look at the tier 2 drivers and see who we can get to join me on stream. We can even change it up, someone different every week. It's always fun to do stuff like that, and get a perspective from someone else in terms of what's happening, because everyone races together. I haven't done any practice with this league as yet. I've driven with some of these guys, but not too much of them. But it should be fun for doing some practice with you guys when I have some time. But until next week again, I guess. And thanks to our sponsor for sponsoring the league for the entire season. I think the season will finish quite quickly though, because we're doing 2 races a week.
Yeah, I think it should be 11 weeks, so we'll be doing 3 seasons per calendar year.
Okay, that's great. So that's going to be a lot of prizes to be given out.
But there'll be
for the
final race where the top 2 will be promoted into tier 1. The bottom 2
I understand, yeah.
get relegated, and then the others go in a playoff race.
Okay, so seats are going to be up for grabs, and somebody's going to be losing their seats. So quite like the next one, yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes. Anyway, thanks a lot, Trent, for joining me on stream. It was really fun having you, and thanks for contacting me to do the stream for you guys. I really enjoyed it. So I'm gonna be doing this